Welcome to House of Horrors. It's near Heathrow Airport, so the team is posing as cabin crew. That's their cover story. There's Jeremy, Julie 1 and Julie 2. And then there's me, Jonathan Maitland. I am, of course, the captain. The house is jam-packed with cameras, so road traders watch out, because we're going to catch you red-handed. On tonight's show, the gas man who leaves us with an explosive situation. We confront the bodging builder responsible for this truly awful loft conversion. And we meet the worst gang of cowboys in Britain. And that's official.
They actually bled the victims dry with every penny they had.
At our House of Horrors near Heathrow, Julie's planning a night in with her fellow undercover air steward, Jeremy. But there's no chance of a fireside chat because the fire has stopped working. And there can only be one man to blame, Colin Topp. Our plumbing and heating expert is a regular visitor to the House of Horrors, and whenever he's around, something is sure to stop working.
So what is wrong with our fire, Cole?
Well, actually, there's nothing wrong with the fire. All I've done, turned off the gas supply to the fire, so there's enough gas coming through just for the pilot, but not for the main burner.
So is it easy to fix?
It's very easy. It's the most obvious thing. Just put the screwdriver in, open the valve.
We shall see.
Julie calls in gas installer Mark McCabe. He's Corgi registered. In the past, he's traded from Uxbridge as, wait for it, A. Mitchell Services Limited, Profix Plumbing and Electrical Limited, and now Gas Flow Plumbing and Heating Limited.
Hello, can I help you?
Hello, is that gas flow?
It's not anymore, no.
Ah.
So we're not surprised to find that he's changed his name again to Absolute Plumbing and Heating from Henley-on-Thames. Profix Plumbing and Electrical Limited have been prosecuted for misleading customers in the past. So has he learnt his lesson? Well, what do you think? Colin joins me in my bedroom HQ as Jeremy shows Mark McCabe the problem.
That's where the fire gas is.
Okay.
And it's not working at all.
Right,
So if you want to have a look, yeah?
Yeah.
If you're called out to a fault on any gas fire, gas boiler, any gas appliance, first thing you do is check that there's actually a gas supply there.
That is fairly basic.
It is very basic.
To do that, he could switch on any gas appliance in the house or check at our meter, which is outside. But that's not Mark's plan. Instead, he starts fiddling with the fire.
What's he doing, Colin, apart from giving us a rather attractive rear view?
He's just undone the head of the valve, so he should see that the valve isn't open. And he's put the screwdriver in, and he's actually turning it off.
Our hidden camera is perfectly placed to get a great close-up. But hey, if he'd just turned the screw the other way, he'd have opened the valve up and fixed the fault. But Mark has done the opposite of what he should have.
He's trying to undo the connection to the fire for some reason.
He's removing our fire.
Well, he's trying to remove our fire, but he doesn't seem to know how it comes out.
There's absolutely no need to take our fire out, but he's determined to have a go, and he's making a right meal of it.
So is it serious or?
Yeah.
Yeah?
But it isn't.
Well, it wasn't until he arrived.
I mean, it's not remotely serious,
No,
is it?
not at all.
What's wrong with it?
I think it's the gas valve. But it's,
So you just have to replace the valve or?
it's not as easy as that. I'll probably have to order one.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with the valve. All he needed to do was turn it on. Our fire could have stayed where it was.
If this guy had done any kind of training at all, I'd be very surprised, because he doesn't seem to know even the basics.
And it doesn't get much more basic than turning the gas off first. And 17 minutes after he arrives, gasman Mark finally remembers to do just that. Then it's back to fumbling with our fire.
Do you have everything you need to fix it today or?
No.
No?
No. definitely not. What's happened when someone's put it in as well? They've completely bodged it in there, really.
Well, I don't know how he can say that. All we've seen him do since he's arrived is bodge one thing after another. So maybe he's an expert on bodging.
I'm having to cut the pipe just so I can get the thing out.
All right, you're the pro. I'll leave it to you.
Okay, mate, no worries.
Ah yes, but a pro would cap off the end of our pipe properly to stop gas escaping. But Mark hasn't even got the right part, so he makes do with the old valve from our fire.
Hope he's not going to leave it like that.
Why?
Well, if you're going to leave a gas pipe, it should be permanently capped, not an open valve. Somebody could turn the valve on and you've got a gas leak.
Can you smell gas?
And this guy's Corgi registered. By law, only Corgi registered fitters can work with gas. If you're worried about any gas fitter, give Corgi a call and they'll investigate. It means you've got someone to complain to when things go wrong. It's also a good idea to make sure you know how to turn your gas supply off at the mains as well. And if you think you've got a leak, open all the doors and the windows and call the Transco emergency number. It's in the phone book. Mark's removed our fire because he wants to take it away to fix, even though there's nothing wrong with it. And he reckons we've got problems with the gas pipe.
Oh, this is mullered as well. This is all leaking, this is.
Isn't the only one who's mullered it him?
Yeah, it looks that way. It was fine before he came along.
I'm going to have to change that to stop it leaking now.
All right.
That's before we even fix this.
So there are several problems.
Yeah, there's a couple, yeah.
So Mark's got to go and buy a proper cap for the pipe, but not before he tells Jeremy about yet another hitch.
Yeah, I've just lost a little nipple out of there as well.
There's a little screw cap on the gas meter that you use to test the installation. And he's undone it and lost it. You can't turn the gas back on without it.
Definitely Friday the 13th today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Unlucky for us, but lucky for him.
Lucky for him.
All right.
Alright, I'll see you in a little while.
All right, cheers, mate. I'll be here.
So far, it's been a disaster for us. Let's see if it's about to change.
Hi.
Hi there, you
Hey,
alright?
look.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah? All right. So you found the right part?
Yeah. Pain, isn't it?
He thinks it's a pain.
And now, a TV first. You're watching Close Up, a bodging Corgi registered gas fitter in action. After a bit more fiddling about, Mark caps the gas pipe off. And there goes our fire.
Is there any reason in the world why he should be taking our fire away?
None at all.
I've got to take that back to the workshop
Okay.
because it's all like a sealed unit, so I've got to strip it all down and that.
Well, it sounds very impressive, doesn't it? He's just got to take these parts back to his workshop where he can work on them.
And charge us for it.
Well, I'll just take the deposit of a couple of £100 for now, if that's all right with yourself.
£200?
Yeah, that's
All right. As a deposit.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can't tell me roughly how much it's going to cost?
Well, I
just so
can't
know.
because I've got to drill all the unit out to get the gas valve out. Shall I show you what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's charging us £200. And that's just the deposit.
If that one's going to be uneconomical to repair, then what I'll do, I'll get a price for a new one for you.
Okay.
And I'll let you know.
Do you sell fireplaces as well? Or?
Yeah, yeah. If it's going to cost £300 to repair it and £400 for a new one,
might as well
I'd
just
advise
replace
you to get
it.
a new one.
Yeah.
And just, not worry with that.
After all, why repair the fire if you can flog us another one and make even more dosh? Just before he leaves, Mark turns the gas back on.
That's it. Back on.
Perfect.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you very much.
soon.
Have a nice evening.
The coast is clear. So it's time for Colin's safety inspection.
This is leak detection fluid. If there's a leak, it bubbles.
And here's the evidence of the blundering gas man's most dangerous mistake of the day.
Well, that's pretty serious, isn't it?
It's very serious. I mean, he hadn't tighten this joint properly. It was cross-threaded, so it was leaking quite badly. That's how explosions happen.
Well, it could have happened if Cole hadn't been here. Gas builds up quickly, and after only hours, a leak like this could blow the place apart. Colin, who's obviously Corgi registered, had to report the leak to the Health and Safety Executive. It's part of the rules. They can prosecute any fitter who leaves a gas appliance unsafe. We tried to get our fire back. Julie called Mark McCabe, but we were out of luck again.
That's been bitten and the bin will come this morning.
How convenient. He said he'd fit a new fire, but we couldn't pin him down to an appointment. So in the end, he refunded £87.50, which meant we paid him more than £100 for a bodge. When we told Mark McCabe he'd left us with an explosive situation, he said he didn't believe us and that he'd acted in good faith. He considers himself an honest person who abides by Corgi regulation. So we're passing our evidence to Corgi. And Mark McCabe for stretching the job, for the gas leak, and for removing our perfectly good fire, you are named and shamed. Now don't go away, because coming up, the most dangerous loft conversion ever. And take a look at this family album of mugshots. These guys specialise in conning the elderly.
He said I was likely to lose my roof and another £10,000 was required. I thought, this is a nightmare.
Now the worst loft conversion we've ever seen. If you had a loft like this, what would you think all those wooden struts were for? Decoration? Well, that's what the cowboy who converted a loft like this thought when he turned a family home into a wreck. Chris and Elaine Pendry used to live with their 2 kids in a 3-bedroom house on this estate in Loughborough until their loft conversion from hell.
We had 1 hour to pack up everything we could. And the worst part was not knowing where we was going to end up. It was absolutely terrible.
And all they'd wanted was a bit more space upstairs.
Just a room for me and the 2 boys. It was like a games room, just a chill-out room, really, where we could have some quality time together.
They thought they'd found the perfect man for the job, and he got to work. To make more space in the loft, he started removing some of the timber.
Didn't cross my mind to question him or ask him what was going on. I just left him to it.
Out went the timber props, and in came a chill-out room for the kids.
There was a punch bag up there, games for the children, a TV, PlayStation, and there was a bed there as well for kids to sit on, you know.
Then one day, disaster struck.
I didn't notice that the roof had started to sag. To me, it was just a normal roof, the roof that we had the day we moved in.
But luckily, the sagging roof had been spotted by a neighbour. Derwent Housing Association, who owned the property, sent a surveyor straight round. The wooden beams had supported the roof, and without them, it could collapse at any time. The surveyor said it was the most dangerous inhabited property he'd ever seen.
I couldn't believe what he was saying to me. I started crying and asking him not to be silly, and I started shouting and I started getting angry because I just thought he was overreacting.
It was so bad the Pendrys had to move out straight away.
It was boarded up after we'd left, and that was it. We wasn't allowed to enter the premises again.
We asked Dave Broadbent, a surveyor, to explain what went wrong. He offered to show us using a neighbour's identical loft.
The strut here is part of the roof. It's designed to support the weight of the roof tiles and any snow in the winter, plus the weight of storage tanks for water. Removing one or all of the struts up here could cause the roof to collapse, and the weight falling through the house or onto the drive could be equivalent to a small or large car, depending on the size of the property.
Which brings us to the identity of the idiot who endangered the lives of this family. Yes, you've probably guessed. The rotten builder was none other than Chris Pendry himself, a walking DIY disaster. And And this is him on his way to Leicester Crown Court, where he pleaded guilty to criminal damage. His punishment? 160 hours of community service. The judge said it was a very strange and unusual offence, but was stupid. It doesn't make him a bad man, just a stupid one.
I never felt angry with him. He didn't do anything wrong. He'd made a simple, honest mistake.
I always said from the start I shouldn't have got community service. I should be on House of Horrors, and now I am.
So there we are, named and shamed by his own admission, and punished more harshly than most of the real cowboys we expose. Apart from these guys, a bunch of con men in this police van. This pair look harmless enough, but they're members of a gang known as the worst cowboy builders in Britain. And here they are, Henry Charles Vincent and brothers Clifford, Stephen, Robert, David and John, plus Henry's son, also called Henry. This family made legal history.
In the end, the deception came to a total of almost £500,000, and the judge jailed the Vincents for a total of 29 years. He said it was by far and away the worst case of cowboy builders he'd ever come across.
The suburbs of South London is where they operated. They'd turn up on the doorstep and offer to do minor repairs. Once they got started, they'd say more and more work was needed. Most of their victims are elderly and too frail to be filmed, but one man has agreed to speak out. Tony Warren was quoted a £5 to start with, but it finished more than £20,000 later.
I was outside my house and a man in dungarees approached me and said, "Do you know, Governor, you've got some cement in your guttering and I will remove it for £5. And I agreed for him to do this. While I was getting the £5, he put his ladder against the house and told me when I came back that there was a hole in my roof, which you couldn't see from the ground. I went in the loft, and lo and behold, there was a hole. There was water dripping through the roof, which on reflection was rather strange because the day they came happened to be a dry day. Well, I suspect, while I wasn't looking, that they poured some water through the roof.
£5 turned into £2,500 as Tony agreed to pay for the hole to be fixed. They drove into the bank to get the cash. A few days later, there was more bad news.
He told me that I had big trouble because all my roof was in an extremely bad state and that all the bricks were loose. And he said that if I wasn't careful, I was likely to lose my roof. And another £10,000 was required. I thought, this is a nightmare. So I said, all I've got is £2,500. He did say, well, you can borrow the money off me, or you can leave me your house. Neither of these propositions appealed to me.
But the Vincent brothers were persuasive.
He said, you realise that everyone will be looking at your house and seeing what a disaster it is, and it's going to reflect badly on you.
Over the next 3 months, Tony handed a total of £22,500 to the Vincent brothers. What he didn't know was that trading standards were onto them. Officer Rob Vale was in charge and trawled the neighbourhood on the lookout for the gang.
We had no fixed IDs on the individuals. We didn't know how many Vincents were involved. We hadn't identified the ringleader. We didn't know all their names.
And then he saw them at work outside Tony's home.
We spotted them on the scaffolding that was erected around the house. To be safe, we thought, right, well, we'll come back in the evening and then have a chat with this guy, which we did. And it turns out that he was in the process of losing a large amount of money to the Vincents.
Rob told Tony to stop the work and the payments. He organised a surveyor to assess the building work. The surveyor said the roof hadn't needed doing, and what had been done was poorly executed and should only have taken a couple of days, not 3 months.
It does alarm me how people who are vulnerable, elderly, and like myself, gullible, are likely to fall victims to this sort of person or people.
The The police got involved and started a surveillance operation. This is their footage. They needed to identify the suspects and link them and their vehicles to the crime scenes. They filmed a meeting between Henry Charles Vincent and his son Henry Joseph. Father hands son a bank book. It looks innocent enough, but the video evidence was crucial because it proved that the family business was organised crime. The police discovered that young Henry then drove to an address where he carried out unnecessary work on the roof of an old lady's house. She paid him £500. 2 days later, his dad and uncle went back and told her the work was a botched job, which they could sort out for a further £1,000.
Without a doubt, the Vincents were the worst traders of this type, simply because of the amount of money they extorted from the victims. They actually bled the victims dry of every penny they had.
Here, two of the gang are caught on building society cameras withdrawing £12,000, paid by an 80-year-old for unnecessary guttering work. In all, the Vincents took £27,000 from her, and they also persuaded her to sign her house over to them. And this is one of their vans. The phone numbers on it are fake. The gang was arrested and charged with 20 counts of deception. All 7 were sent to prison for a total of 29 years.
It was a very good day. I think they got what they deserved. The judge recognised that these men committed some really horrible, nasty crimes to some of the most vulnerable people in our community.
And Tony, though he's not got a penny back yet, the gang's punishment softens the blow.
When one thinks of the lies they've told, I think they've got their just reward.
If you know a rogue trader, or if you're living in a home from hell, or if you'd like our help to rig your own camera trap, contact us at houseofhorrors@granadamedia.com or call 0901 3311 111 and leave a message. Go on, we'll get ripped off so you don't have to.
The news is next here on ITV1. Then at 7 will Ashley's faith be restored in Emmerdale. And later at 7:30, that nasty bit of work, Charlie carries on playing mind games with Shelley. So don't miss Coronation Street.